Welcome, Knickerbockerians, and thank you for tuning in to another finals edition of Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. This program is brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, streaming live to YouTube and Twitch TV. It's game time! Tonight's finals matchup features your New York Knicks versus the San Antonio Spurs. Welcome to a pivotal Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Tonight, the series shifts back to San Antonio, where the New York Knicks stand just one win away from capturing their first NBA championship in more than 5 decades. After surviving a thrilling Game 4, battle and taking a commanding 3-1 series lead, the Knicks are now on the doorstep of history. For New York, this postseason has been a journey defined by resilience, toughness, and the leadership of Jalen Brunson. Time and time again, critics question whether a player his size could carry a franchise to the sport's biggest stage. 4 quarters away from a championship, Brunson has answered every doubt with clutch performances and fearless leadership. But standing in their way is a Spurs team that refuses to quit, led by the sensational Victor Wembanyama. San Antonio faces its toughest challenge yet. The young superstar has dazzled throughout these finals, showcasing the talent that many believe could define the NBA's next era. Tonight, he and the Spurs must protect their home floor and keep their championship hopes alive. Will the Knicks complete one of the most memorable championship runs in franchise history? Or can Wembanyama and the Spurs force this series back to New York for Game 6? The crowd is ready. The stakes couldn't be higher. One team is chasing a title, the other is fighting for survival. It's Knicks, Spurs, championship basketball at its finest. So keep it right here, Knickerbockerians, and stay locked in. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the Call. All right, Knickerbockerians, as we get the player introductions taking place as the players take to the floor. Tip-off will be momentarily as we look at tonight's officials, a group of finals veterans headlined by Scott Foster, James Capers, Mitchell Irvin, and Tyler Ford. As we about to get tip-off underway, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, give me your score predictions, leave it on scene in the chat or leave your comments below. I want to hear what you think is going to transpire in this one. Will the Knicks close it out on the road, or will San Antonio force it back to the Mecca? Time will tell. Tip-off is coming up. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call. All right, Knickerbockerians. The players are at center circle. Scott Foster with the toss. Cat and Wemby to jump. Your usual starting five. Karl Anthony Towns, Anunoby, Bridges, Harden, Brunson. And we're off. Knicks will open the quarter in the game with the possession. Here's Brunson. Working through a few screens, gets it over to Karl Anthony Towns, finds Mikal Bridges on the right wing looking to penetrate. Out to Brunson, gets the switch on to Wemby. Dupes him, driving to the basket. Fadeaway shot over Wemby is no good. Rebound Champagnie. Here comes the Spurs. On the floor for them is Wembanyama, Fox, Champagnie, Castle, and Devin Vassell. Here's Castle. Three-point line extended. Pass it over to Fox. Fox looking to go to work on Anunoby. Gives it back to Vassell. Takes a long left wing three. Back iron no good. Rebound Anunoby.
Bounding and astounding.
Here's Brunson to Hart. To Cat over to OG. Looking to penetrate inside. Getting in Wemby's chest. Nothing there. Kicks it out. Back to Anunoby in the right corner. Looking to work on Wembanyama. Gets into the lane. Trips, stumbles, and bumbles. Gets it out to Hart. Got to get it up quick. 1 second on the clock. Turnaround shot is way off. No good. And here comes the Spurs the other way. Here's Castle. Over to Vassell on the left wing. Looking to penetrate. Nothing there. Kicks it back out to Castle. Three-point line extended. Driving right down the right wing. Bumps in the Cat. Turnover as he loses the possession. Hart comes away with it. Into the front court. Into the paint. Kicks it out to Bridges. And Bridges left alone. Takes a mid-range jumper. Is no good. Rebound attempt by Towns. And he's fouled. Pushed in the back by by De'Aaron Fox. Knicks will have it side out. Brunson inbound. Gets it into Josh Hart. Josh Hart back over to Brunson. On the left side. Bounce past the Hart. Gets inside. Shot at the basket is no good in. Battle for the rebound, and we'll have a foul. Loose ball foul. It'll go against San Antonio. And the Knicks will have it side out as they charge Victor Wembanyama with his first. As we take a look at the replay, Josh Hart took it in strong, couldn't get anything to go. Battle for the rebound. And it ended up in a Wembanyama foul on Karl Anthony Towns. Knicks have it side out. Brunson inbound. And he gets it into Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns gets the ball poked away from him by Vassell out of bounds. Knicks will retain possession. They'll have it side out, playing offense in front of their own bench as we're scoreless with 10 minutes remaining in the first. Bridges gets it inside the Cat. Cat looking to penetrate, 2 big steps, and he's blocked by Wemby. Fell out of bounds, no foul. Here's the Spurs the other way, gets it to Wembanyama for the two-handed stuff in transition. Knicks back the other way. Here's Anunoby, gets it over to Bridges. Looking to get Cat forced out to the three-point line on the left wing extended. Whips it over to Brunson, wide open on the right side. Right wing three-pointer is up and good.
Rising and surprising.
Jalen Brunson puts New York on top 3-2. Here's Fox with a 3 of his own. Side iron. Bounces up and over the top of the backboard, out of bounds. Knicks will have it. As the pace is hastening here early, both teams are moving and grooving with a lot of energy thus far. Here's Brunson over the Cat, looking to get by Wemby, and he does. Takes a bump, and Wemby, with his long arms, managed to recover and get the block. Here's Wembanyama the other way, looking to penetrate inside, takes it strong, flip shot on the basket is no good. Rebound, Champagnie with the putback. Gives San Antonio a 4-3 lead early in this one. 8:36 remaining in the first. Here's Hart, gets it over to Bridges. Swarming defense by the Spurs. Bridges on the right wing, gets it over to Cat, swing, ends up in Anunoby's hand. 6 seconds on the shot clock, looking to work against Wembanyama, and he takes it up strong for a two-hand jam, but he couldn't get it to go. Here's the Spurs the other way. De'Aaron Fox into the lane, drives it hard, misses the layup, as the refs are letting him play through contact early, and Anunoby down on the other end. Dupes Wembanyama, gets by him and goes for a jam, and he couldn't convert it that time. As Champagnie will pick up a foul. And as we take a look at the replay of the Karl Anthony Towns drive, looking to get inside on Wembanyama, and he blocks the shot with his fingertip. Barely got a piece of that one. And on the subsequent play, we had Anunoby looking to drive it inside against Wembanyama, who got stuffed. And he got stuffed and negated at the basket. Back to live action. Anunoby at the line. Shooting a pair on the Champagnie foul. Knocks down the first. Second attempt is up, and it's good. 5-4 New York lead. 8 minutes remaining in the first. Here's Castle on the right side. Almost loses it. Ball is swung. Ends up in Vassell hands. Being guarded by Bridges. Kicks it out to Wemby. Being guarded by Karl Anthony Towns. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He pulls up and he'll draw a foul. And the foul will be against Karl Anthony Towns as he was defending Wembanyama that time. And Wembanyama will be at the line to shoot a pair. First attempt is up, rattles around and good. You're listening to Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play. It's Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Knicks lead the series 3-1. As Wembanyama takes his second free throw attempt is up, and it's good. Gives the Spurs a 6-5 lead. Here's Brunson in a hurry. Into the front court, probing. Gets inside the paint, pulls it out. Three-point line extended. Gets it over to Bridges on the left wing. Being guarded tightly by Harper. Here comes a Cat screen. Cat with a 29-footer. Back rim iron, no good. Spurs will rebound. Here's Castle in the front court on the right side. Whips it over to Keldon Johnson. Gets into the paint, flip shot up. No good, but the follow. Put back dunk is good by Wembanyama. Here's New York the other way. Jalen Brunson finds Anunoby in the left wing. Penetrates baseline. Step back jumper is up. No good. Rebound Spurs. San Antonio out front 8-5 with 6:53 remaining in the first. Here's Castle on the right wing. Gets it over to Harper. Gets it inside to Wemby, looking to go to work on Anunoby. Sees a double, kicks it back out to Harper for a straight on three. It's good. 11-5 San Antonio lead. Here's Josh Hart into the front court. Gets it over to Karl Anthony Towns. Whips it out to Anunoby for a left wing three. It's good.
Rising and surprising.
Was OG Anunoby. Got it over the long arms of Wembanyama that time. Here's Castle into the front court, over to Vassell. Three-point basket is off. Rebound Towns.
Bounding and astounding.
Gets it to Brunson. He pulls it out, looking to go to work on Keldon Johnson. Pull-up jumper on the left wing is off the rim and no good. And battle for the loose ball is knocked out of bounds by the Spurs, and the Knicks will retain possession. And San Antonio takes a timeout as they want to talk it over. And we'll get a word from our sponsors and pick it up on the other side of this timeout. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the Call.
You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, a broadcasting company. You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, a broadcasting company.
All right, Knickerbockers, as we get back to live action. Knicks will have it underneath their own basket. Brunson inbound, gets it in the Hart. Back out to Brunson. Whips a pass. Wide open Hart on the left wing. Corner three is no good. Spurs in transition. Here's Dylan Harper looking to get inside. Flip shot at the basket over Karl Anthony Towns is good. Spurs out front 13-8. 5:27 remaining. And we almost get a turnover, but it'll be a whistle on the play. It'll be a foul call. It'll be on the Spurs. As New York will inbound side out. Jalen Brunson the inbound. Gets it out to Josh Hart. 3-point line extended. DHO back to Brunson. Here's Brunson. Sees a double. Gets off the ball. Whips it over to Hart, who finds Cat. Back to Hart. Pump fakes on the three. Drives inside. Whips it. Ball is moving. Ends up in the Bridges three as the shot clock was expiring. And Hart couldn't come up with the rebound as he got it stripped away that time by a Spurs player. Here's Keldon Johnson. Back the other way. Looking to drive strong. Karl Towns, rebound out to Bridges, and he turns it right back over to San Antonio. Ends up in a Keldon Johnson three. No good. Battle for the rebound underneath the rim. And Cornette is fouled underneath the basket. Battling for the rebound that time. And the Spurs will have it side out, leading 13-8 with 4:51 remaining in the first quarter. As both teams are going at each other with tenacity. No one wants to relinquish this game to the other, as they're both battling hard. It will be a battle of attrition as we get close to the end of this one. Here's Harper looking to get inside on Shamet as he muscles his way in for a reverse left-hand layup is good. Here's Brunson the other way. Into the front court working on Harper. Half-court line extended. It's a Shamet screen. Brunson comes off the ball. Give it to Shamet. 5 seconds remaining. Got to get a move. Got to get a shot here. Here's Shamet. Lot of dribbling. Shoots it up. Over Vassell. No good. As we got no ball movement on that play. As Shamet looking to go to work on his own. Puts up a shot that was way off the mark. It'll be a shot clock violation as the Knicks turn it over. Spurs will inbound. Here's Harper getting inside the paint. Whips it out to Keldon Johnson. Driving from right to left. Ends up in a Fox three. Rebound, loose, battle for it, and the Spurs almost came up with it as it went rolling between the legs of a Spurs player out of bounds. Substitutions abound as Anunoby checks back into the game, replacing Josh Hart and Mitchell Robinson in replacing Karl Anthony Towns. Spurs have it side out. Back to live action. Here's Champagnie looking to penetrate, loses the ball, stripped by Anunoby. Anunoby pressuring on the rim and no foul call as he got mugged. But here comes the Spurs the other way. De'Aaron Fox drops it off to Keldon Johnson and he couldn't corral it as the ball goes out of bounds. And the Knicks will have it. Shamet inbound. On the floor with Alvarado, Brunson, Anunoby, and Mitchell Robinson. Here's Alvarado looking to work on De'Aaron Fox. Penetrates, almost loses it. Stumbles and bumbles, kicks it back out to Brunson. Brunson in the lane, sidestep, float up. On the rim is no good. Rebound Champagnie. Over to Harper. Here's Harper. Looking to work on Shamet. Whips it over to Keldon Johnson. Wide open for a right wing corner three is good. as Robinson, reluctant to get out on the three-point line and contest that shot. Here's Brunson the other way, weaving inside the paint, kicks it out to Alvarado. Over to Anunoby. Anunoby gets a screen from Robinson. Probing, pull up, left wing three is no good. Rebound, offensive by Mitchell Robinson.
Resounding, rebounding.
Ends up in Brunson's hand. Hang dribble, looking to penetrate. Turnover, too much dribbling that time. Here's Spurs in transition. Ends up in the Champagne. Right wing three, back iron, no good. As Shamet comes away with the rebound. Here's Brunson into the front court. Working on Harper. Step back. Right wing jump over Harper is good.
Rising and surprising.
That time, Jalen Brunson. Knicks still down 8, 18-10 with 2 minutes remaining in the first. Here's Harper. Looking to go to work. Gets it over to Fox. Over to Champagne, who's left wide open for a left wing three. Couldn't get it to go that time. Rebound Alvarado. Into the front court. Penetrated. Floater at the rim is no good. Offensive rebound Robinson as he tried to flips it back up at the basket to no avail. But he'll draw a foul. This time it'll go against Luke Cornett. Sending Mitchell Robinson to the line when we return. After these messages, you're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockerins, if you're just tuning in, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. So be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, as your support helps keep this broadcast on air. Back from the timeout, we have Mitchell Robinson at the line shooting a pair, and he can't knock them both down as he misses both free throw attempts. San Antonio will have it into the front court. De'Aaron Fox looking to work on Anunoby. Stop, pop, pull up in the paint jumper is good. As San Antonio goes up 10, 20-10 with 1:15 remaining in the first. Here's Alvarado on the floor with Robinson, Anunoby, Shamet, and Brunson. Brunson looking to go to work on the right wing, three-point extended. And he pulls up for a 28-footer, and it's good!
Rising and surprising.
As he knocks that one down in front of Champagnie. Here comes the Spurs. Wembanyama, 27-footer is no good. Rebound, Anunoby. And Brunson back the other way, looking to get inside the paint. Slips and falls to the floor, and let's see what they'll call here. As Brunson was looking to penetrate, coming back the other way in a hurry, and he wants a foul. And the Spurs wanted to travel. And Scott Forster says we're going to jump it up at the free throw line, as the refs couldn't come to a determination of what happened on that play. They'll just jump it up. 20-13, Spurs lead, 42 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jump will be between Castle and Brunson, and Castle wins the tip. Here's De'Aaron Fox into the front court, working on Shamet. 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. Over to Vassell, pump fakes on the three, gets inside, takes a jumper, but they'll wave it off. As Vassell got fouled on the play this time, it should go against Anunoby. And that'll be his first. Spurs will have it side out. Here's Fox from the inbound. Gives it to Champagnie, who knocks down a right wing three. Puts the Spurs up back by 10. Here's Alvarado into the front court. 13 seconds remaining on the clock. Stumbles. Gets back up. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson looking to penetrate. Stops at the elbow. Swarming defense by Castle. Forces Alvarado into a 34-footer with the shot clock winding down as he couldn't get it to go that time. And that'll do it for the first quarter. As we come to an end with the Spurs out front leading by 10. 23-13. As both teams came out with a lot of energy, but it's the Spurs with a little bit more aggressiveness to close out the first quarter. And we'll pick it up in the second quarter when we return. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the Call.
Severe Elder on the beats.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
People
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
People
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
All right, Knickerbockers, as we begin the second quarter, Spurs will have the possession. Here's De'Aaron Fox looking to work on Alvarado. Knicks 5 on the floor is Alvarado, Shamet, Towns, Anunoby, and Deuce McBride checking in for the first time. As the Spurs three-point shot is off, rebound Knicks into the front court. Alvarado penetrating, gets it out to Anunoby, dupes Wembanyama. Ball is swinging, back to Alvarado, whose three-point attempt from the right wing corner is blocked by the long arms of the law. Here's Fox the other way, gets inside, negated that time by Shamet. Kicks it back out. Good defense by the Knicks as the help recovery is there. And Champagnie knocks down a three-point corner basket from the left wing, duping Anunoby that time. Gets him to fly by and nails it. Here's the Knicks back the other way. McBride looking to hit Alvarado in the corner. And it's Wembanyama with the 9-10-foot wingspan. Getting in the shooting pocket and the dunk pockets thus far of every Knicks player on the floor, as he's showing why he's the defensive player of the year. Back to live action. Alvarado inbounding, gets it to Towns, looking to penetrate. Dupes two Spurs, gets it into Shamet, who tried to take it inside against Wembanyama and was blocked out of bounds. And the Spurs will have it. As Wembanyama thus far got to have at least 5 or 6 blocks. By my account, I'll take an official look at it, but yeah, he's out early with 5 blocks as he's swatting away everything from the three-point line and inside the paint, as the Knicks can't get nothing to go over the long arm of the law. Spurs out front, 26-13 with 10:24 in the second quarter. Substitutions. Bridges back in the game, replacing Landry Shamet. Here's Castle, looking to work on Bridges. Three-point line extended, gets the switch on Alvarado. Dribbling between the legs, gets inside, bulldozes over Alvarado, but he's swatted from behind by Towns. Almost out of bounds as Wemby saves it to Castle, and he's swatted by Karl Anthony Towns. And they couldn't get a shot off, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Great defense that time by New York. All the Knicks involved on that play. as the Knicks will have it into the front court. As Harper, who was harassing Alvarado trying to get the ball over the half-court line, just forced him into an 8-second violation that time. And the Spurs will have possession. 4 turnovers for San Antonio, 7 for New York. And 7 points for the Spurs off of New York's 7 turnovers. Here's Wembanyama looking to get inside, tied up by Karl-Anthony Towns, strip. Ball ends up with Alvarado, gets inside the paint, whips it out to Mikal Bridges, ball is hopping. Out to Towns, 3-point line extended, looking to penetrate against Wemby, nothing's there as he cuts him off. Gets it over to Alvarado, looking to penetrate against Carter, flip shot at the basket is no good, well defended that time. Here come the Spurs in transition as Harper trying to get inside it in the lane is blocked from behind by Karl-Anthony Towns. As both teams are looking to have their own block party early in this one, as every shot is well contested. San Antonio is still out front 26-13. That drive by Harper would get him to the line to shoot 2. First attempt is up and good. As both teams are showing their competitive spirit, none want to give an edge to the other. But it's San Antonio out front 27-13 as Harper knocks down the second to make it a 28-13 game. Here's Alvarado in a hurry in the front court. Still on the floor with Towns, McBride, Hart, and Bridges. Back over to Towns, looking to go to work on Wemby. Finds Hart, penetrating. Kicks it back out to Cat, working on Castle. Trying to get him on a low block. Got to shoot it quick. 1 second. Turnaround. Fade away is good.
Rising and surprising. Wheeling and dealing.
That time was Karl-Anthony Towns with the bailout fadeaway turnaround as the shot clock was expiring. Here come the Spurs the other way. Wembanyama will have it. Over to Harper. 26-foot three-point basket is no good. Battle for the loose ball rebound. And Towns will come away with it. And he's stripped. And it's knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. But they'll say last touch by New York. And the Spurs will have possession. As Jalen Brunson checks back into the game, replacing Alvarado, who's getting some early unexpected minutes, some extended minutes, as he showed his prowess last game, playing well enough to earn Mike Brown's trust to get him into the game early, giving Brunson the much-needed rest. As we get back to live action, here's a right wing 3, 27-footer by Wembanyama is good. Spurs out front 31-15. Here's Josh Hart. Gets it over the timeline. It's Karl-Anthony Towns, and he'll draw a foul as Wemby was draped all over him that time. That'll be the second foul on Wembanyama. A silly foul because he didn't need to be up that close on Karl-Anthony Towns, 30 feet away from the basket. But it'll be Knicks ball when we return after these messages. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company. You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockers, if you're just tuning in, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. It's Game 5 of the Finals, Knicks Spurs, and the Spurs are in control in this one, as they challenged the previous play and got the call overturned. They'll have possession, leading 31-15. Here's Carter, turns it over, looking to penetrate inside, and Josh Hart gets into the passing lane. Here's McBride into the front court to Towns, whips it over to Brunson. Brunson three-point line extended, gets it over to Bridges, back to Miles McBride. Sees a crowd, brings it back out. Live dribble, keeps it alive, whips it over to Bridges for a left wing. Corner three is good.
Rising and surprising.
Mikal Bridges gets it to fall. Here comes the Spurs the other way, as Castle looks to take it strong, but he can't get it to go. Ends up in a Vassell three on the rebound, but no good. Rebound Knicks. Josh Hart the other way, gets it to Cat. Takes two big steps, gets inside the paint, can't get the bank of the goal, and the loose ball is knocked, according to Josh Hart, off a Spurs play, as we don't have an official call yet, and the refs say the Spurs will have it, as Mike Brown thought about challenging, but it's too late now. Here comes the Spurs. Castle, long three-pointer, 27-footer is no good. Rebound Towns. Outlets it to McBride. In the front court, back over to Towns. Gets it to Brunson. Brunson looking to penetrate against two Spurs defenders. Couldn't get it to go that time. Here comes the Spurs the other way. Harper guarded by McBride. Foul line jump area jumper is good, as he rose up over Miles McBride that time. Keeps the Spurs out front 33-18. Here's Towns over to Bridges. Bridges driving left to right. Kicks it out to Josh Hart. Wide open top of the key three is good.
Rising and surprising.
Josh Hart gets it to go. New York shooting 5 of 12 from three-point land. Spurs 5 of 17. Here's Cornette with the ball. Try to find a Harper on the cut. On the give and go, miscommunication that time, and the Spurs throw it away out of bounds. Turnover, San Antonio. As the Knicks will have possession. Side out, trailing 33-21. On the floor for New York, McBride, Brunson, Bridges, Josh Hart, and Mitchell Robinson. who's just checked in, replacing Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Brunson on the left wing, looking to work on Keldon Johnson. Through the legs dribble, teardrop floaters up, no good. Tap by Mitchell Robinson, no good. As Luke Cornett knocks it out of bounds off the rebound. And New York will retain possession as Wembanyama checks back into the game after a brief spell. Here's Brunson inbound, gets it to Mitchell Robinson. DHO to Bridges, being guarded tightly by Harper. Bridges gets by him, whips a pass over to Josh Hart, opposite side of the floor. Stop, pop, right wing three over Fox is no good. Battle for the rebound is tapped out, ends up in Brunson's hands for a left wing three.
Rising and surprising.
Here comes the Spurs the other way. Pick and pop, Fox to Wemby, shot is no good. Rebound Knicks, Brunson into the front court, looking to work on Harper, gets it over to McBride, who gets it to Robinson, who gets it back to McBride. Three-point attempt is no good. Spurs the other way. Vassell inside, blow buys the defense, couldn't get the layup to go, and it was knocked away by Robinson, but will get a whistle. And they'll charge it against Mitchell Robinson. It'll be a goaltend. As Vassell drove to the basket, left hand layup was a little too hard that time, and the ball was coming off the rim, and it was tipped by Mitchell Robinson. As they call an offense, a defensive goaltending. Back to live action. Jalen Brunson looking to work. Over Fox, elbow jumper is up and good.
Wheeling and dealing.
That time, Jalen Brunson. 35-26. San Antonio lead. Here's Wembanyama. Straight on three is no good. Front rim rebound. Robinson. Knicks in transition. Hart over to Brunson. Brunson on the left wing working on Vassell. Looking to get a Bridges screen. Spins off of it. Gets into the painted area. Back to Bridges. Back to Brunson. 5 seconds to go. He got to get it up in a hurry. And he does as he knocks down the mid-range jumper. Just inside the three-point line on the left wing over Keldon Johnson. Knicks on a 10-2 run in the last 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Here's Wembanyama looking to drive against Robinson to no avail. Battle for the rebound. Wembanyama ends up with the ball. Looking to work on Mitchell Robinson. Hang dribble, crossover, poked away by Robinson. 3 seconds left on the clock. 2 seconds, gets it over to Fox, who has to throw up a three, and he gets it to go. And it keeps the Spurs up 10, 38-28. Is Brunson looking to work on De'Aaron Fox. 3:15 remaining in the second. Brunson gets inside, and he'll draw foul. As he was looking to go to work on De'Aaron Fox that time. Looking to trim into this lead. 38-28. San Antonio out front as both teams are battling hard in this one. Free throw attempt. First shot is up by Brunson and it's no good. If you're just tuning in, folks, you found Knicks on the Call, the #1 place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play. It's Game 5 of the NBA Finals, Knicks and Spurs, as Brunson knocks down the second attempt. San Antonio leads 38-29. Here's Fox looking to get inside, whips a pass out to the corner to Castle for a three, no good. Rebound, Anunoby, who's checked into the game, replacing McBride. Here's Brunson on the DHO from Bridges. Crossover. Working on Vassell. Hang dribble. In the corner. Whips it back out the Bridges. Stop. Pops. 3 from the right wing is good.
Rising and surprising.
Mikal Bridges brings the Knicks back within 6. Here's Castle taking it strong inside of the paint and draws a foul. And it looks like it'll be charged against Karl Anthony Towns. As we have a timeout. Spurs led by as many as 16. But the Knicks, the comeback kids, have trimmed it down to 6. And it'll be Castle at the line when we return. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, a broadcasting company. You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, a broadcasting company.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockers. As the Knicks just went on a 10-2 run in just over 2 minutes, cutting the Spurs lead from 15 to 7. Jalen Brunson scored 7 points during that run. As we get back out of the timeout, it'll be Stephon Castle at the line shooting a pair. The first shot is up, and it's good. .234 remaining in the second. As Castle puts in the second. 40-32 Spurs lead. Here's Jalen Brunson. Hits it up court. Gets it over to Bridges. Takes a left wing three. No good. Rebound Spurs. Here's Vassell. Looking to work on Bridges. Gets it over to Fox. Whips it over to Castle. Looking to penetrate on Brunson on the side of the baseline. No good, as Mitchell Robinson came over that time with the help defense. Here's the Knicks into the front court. Brunson working on the inside. Ball movement. Swings over them with Mikal Bridges. Right wing three is no good. Got a clean look that time. Couldn't get it to go. Here's Fox the other way. Gets it over to Champagnie. Back to Fox. Working on Anunoby. Gets inside. Flip shot. Around the free throw line area is no good. Ball batted around. Knicks come up with it. Here's Brunson. Stop. Pop. Left wing three. In and out. No good. Spurs rebound. Here's Castle. 3-point line extended on the left wing. Being guarded by Anunoby. Gets into the paint. Picks up his dribble. Bounces it over to Cornette. Turnover as Josh Hart once again gets his hand into the lane. And he gets fouled on his way to the basket. And he flips it up and in.
Driving and thriving, moving, grooving.
That time was Josh Hart as he got by De'Aaron Fox after he came up, picking the pocket, getting into the passing lane as he flips it up at the rim while being pushed from behind by De'Aaron Fox. And he'll go to the line, looking to complete a 3-point play. As we might get an official review here, and we do, as they take a look at that play to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul, as De'Aaron Fox didn't make a basketball play, got beat on the play and just shoved Josh Hart down to the ground and out of bounds. And Scott Foster taking a look at it as we're under an official review. If you're just tuning in, folks, you found Knicks on the Call. The number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps keep this broadcast on air. As we get back to live action, Scott Foster with the call has just elevated that foul to a flagrant foul penalty 1, assessed against De'Aaron Fox as he pleads his case to no avail. And Josh Hart will go to the line to shoot the flagrant penalty 1 with the Knicks trailing 40-34 as Josh Hart gets the first attempt to go. 40-35, San Antonio up 5. Knicks will have it side out. Here's Brunson. Sees a double, gets it into Mitchell Robinson. Swing past the Bridges, penetrate, lobs it up. Or teardrop floater in the middle of the lane is good by Bridges. Cuts the lead to 3. 58 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Harper looking to work on OG. Spinning, no winning that time. Battle for the loose ball. And it'll go out of bounds. And they'll call a foul. And it'll go against Josh Hart, giving San Antonio the possession of the basketball, as both teams are battling back and forth. giving ultimate effort on each play. But San Antonio will have the possession side out. Vassell gets it into De'Aaron Fox. Being guarded by Anunoby. Right wing three-point line extended. Almost turns it over. 4 seconds. Got to get it up quick. Three-point attempt. Back iron. No good. Rebound Josh Hart. Here comes the Knicks. 29 seconds to go in the quarter. Anunoby on the left wing. Looking to work on Fox. Whips the pass over to the other side of the court. Ends up with Josh Hart. Taking a spin around. Tough float in the lane is no good. Battle for the rebound. San Antonio comes away with it. They'll hold for 1. 8 seconds remaining on the game clock. 5 seconds. Here's Fox. Whips it over to Vassell. Vassell, 1 second. Can he get it off? He does. And the basket is good. As he gets the jumper to go. Giving San Antonio a 47-37 lead into the half. And we'll recap the first half. Be sure to tap in with me, folks, for the halftime check. Coming up after this break, I want to hear how you feel about this one. It's Game 5. It's Knicks Spurs. It's the NBA Finals. The halftime check. When we return, you're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Oh, that's Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Oh, that's Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
Severe Elder on the beats.
Get ready to leave it on scene. It's the halftime check, live with Knicks on the call.
All right, Knickerbockerins, thank you for tuning in. If you're just joining us, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps keeps this broadcast on air. And this broadcast is brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, streaming live to YouTube and Twitch TV. It's the halftime check. Let me know how you feel about what's transpiring thus far, Knickerbockerins. I want to hear you tell it. As the Spurs lead the Knicks 42-37 at halftime, after New York's 19-7 run erased most of San Antonio's earlier advantage. Both teams struggled offensively. San Antonio shot 34.1%, a paltry 15 of 44 from the field, while New York shot 29.5% at 13 for 44 from the field. Brunson has scored 16 points and hit 3 threes for the Knicks. And Wembanyama anchoring San Antonio's defense as he has 9 rebounds and 5 blocks. And Dylan Harper has added 11 points off the bench for the Spurs. But it's New York's 37 first half points mark their lowest playoff halftime total since 1996-97 season. As we take a look at the box score, and it doesn't look all that impressive, as we started out the game with a lot of contact, as the refs established the tone early that they were going to let them play with the most physicality as possible. But as we take a look at the box score here, Brunson, the only New York Knicks player in double figures with 16 points, followed by 8 points by Mikal Bridges. And Josh Hart has 6 points and 3 rebounds. And Anunoby, Mr. Bulldozer Finesse, hasn't quite made his imprint on this game, as he only has 5 points and 4 rebounds. And Karl Anthony Towns, who can't quite get it going over the long arm of the law Wembanyama, is making his defensive presence felt on that end of the floor, giving every Knick a problem throughout this one thus far. As the first half has been a poorly played first half, Knicks are fortunate to be down only 3, trailing the Spurs 40-37. They're fortunate to even be up 3-1 in the series, because they haven't had a traditional or a real feel-good New York Knicks game like they've displayed in the earlier rounds. Can't quite find the fluidity to get it going. Hopefully they can put it all together in the second half. But let me know how you feel about it, Knickerbockerins. Leave your comments below. Tap in with me on the chat. I want to hear you tell it. We're calling every play, every run, every momentum swing. All things Knicks right here with the live play-by-play with your host, Severe Elder. It's Knicks on the Call. And if you are enjoying this live play-by-play show, all I ask of you is to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing to subscribe. And be sure to check with me on Instagram. Give me a follow there at Knicksonthecall. Again, that's Instagram at Knicksonthecall, where you can catch recaps and short videos of this broadcast tied in with the actual game footage. So let me know how you feel about this one, Knickerbockerians, as we get back and pick it up in the second half. It'll be the third quarter when we return. Will it be San Antonio surviving to force a game 6? Or will the Knicks become champions on the road and receive a king's welcome when they return? We'll see how it all unfolds when the third quarter comes about. Second half after these messages.
Hit the music.
Say what? I can't hear you. Come on. Say what? Where New York go?
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, a broadcasting company. You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, a broadcasting company.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockers, as we begin the second half. It'll be the opening of the third quarter as both teams are back on the floor. If you just found us, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play. As the Spurs open up the second half with possession. Here's Castle being defended by Josh Hart. Working inside. Try to lob it up to Wembanyama and it's off. And we'll have a whistle on the play. As it'll be another foul on Karl Anthony Towns, and Mike Brown wants to take a look at this one. Out of all the physicality that's taken place thus far in this one, that's a little ticky-tack right there. Didn't look like much. But Mike Brown doesn't want to challenge it. He'll let it go. That'll be the fourth foul on Karl Anthony Towns. As San Antonio will have it. Ends up in a Fox corner three, no good. Rebound, Josh Hart. Here's Brunson over to Anunoby. Left wing corner three is off the mark, no good. Rebound, Wembanyama. Spurs will have it. Here's Fox over to Wembanyama. Jump pass over to Castle. And it looks like we'll have a foul. This time it'll go against Stephon Castle. He'll be charged with his second. Pushing off that time on Jalen Brunson. Knicks will have it side out. Here's Jalen Brunson looking to get it into the front court. Being guarded heavily by Castle. Sees a double. Fancy dribbling. Gets it to Mitchell Robinson. DHO to Mikal Bridges, who almost loses the possession. On a curl. Driving right. Flips it up. On the right side is good.
Moving, grooving.
Mikal Bridges. That time brings the Knicks back within three. Here's a three-pointer on the other end by Champagnie from the left wing corner is good. Here's Brunson over to Mitchell Robinson on the floor with Bridges, Hart, and Anunoby. Brunson gets in the lane, teardrop jumper, mid-range. In the free throw line area is good. And we'll get a foul the other way. It'll be against San Antonio. Offensive as they charge Champagnie on the illegal screen. That time it'll be a Spurs turnover. 41-45 Spurs lead. 10-16 remaining in the third. Here's Bridges. On the inbound. Gets it across the timeline. A lot of pressure. Bumbling, stumbling. Almost loses it. Gets it to Robinson. DHO to Brunson. Brunson gets the switch on to Wemby. Stop, pop. Pull up three-pointer is no good. Offensive rebound by Mitchell Robinson.
Pounding and astounding.
That time. Here's Brunson over to Anunoby. Almost loses it. Try to flips up a shot. Quasi pass to Mitchell Robinson because of the Wemby defense. As he blocks the shot. And Wemby the other way down the lane with the two-hand stuff and a foul. Count the basket as he throws it down. And he was thrown down as well to the floor on that play. And Scott Foster comes to the scorer's table saying we'll review it to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul. As Robinson got him that time with two hands in the back. But I don't see anything there on the replay that will warrant this foul being upgraded. But you never know. It almost seems like they want to treat Wembanyama with kid gloves. And if this foul is upgraded, then I don't know what to tell you about the fouls they've been letting go earlier in this one as the physicality has been at a high level. But as we are in official review, Scott Foster will look it over to see if it meets the criteria. Here's Foster with the call. And they say the foul has been upgraded to a flagrant foul, penalty 1. Called the contact unnecessary. And that was a bit ticky-tack as far as I'm concerned. As much as we've seen what's been happening and what's been going on throughout this one. But I guess if they called it on De'Aaron Fox early in the game on Josh Hart, they have to display reciprocity and charge it against Mitchell Robinson against Wembanyama, who will be at the line shooting the flagrant penalty 1. Spurs up 47-41. Wembanyama at the line. 9:42 remaining in the third. Shot is up, and it's no good. And in the words of Rasheed Wallace, ball don't lie. Wembanyama at the line, looking to shoot the second of a penalty 1. Shot is up and good. Put San Antonio, or keep San Antonio out front by 7. 41-48. And the Spurs have it side out. Vassell inbounds to Wembanyama on the left side. Here's Castle. Gets a screen from Wemby. Guarded well by the Knicks that time. Almost came up with a turnover. And Champagnie once again dupes Anunoby as he gets him to fly by and knocks down a right wing 3. Here's Brunson on the other end. Left wing 3-point line extended. Penetrate down the lane. Picks up his dribble. Tries to get a shot off and he's fouled. And this time it'll be a reach-in. Charge it to Stephon Castle. It'll be his third. And Brunson will be at the line to shoot a pair. But as Brunson's reaction right now, it looks like the ref may not want to award him the shot. And they don't. They don't give him the shooting foul. Knicks will have it side out. Brunson inbound to Robinson, back to Brunson, working on Castle. Gets inside, drops to the pass off the Hart. Whips it out to Anunoby. 3-point line extended. Gets it to Bridges for a left wing 3. Is short, no good. Rebound Vassell. Spurs coming the other way. Drops it off to Wembanyama. Wembanyama into the lane, spinning. Jump shot over Robinson is good. Put San Antonio back up front, 53-41. Here's Brunson. Whips it out to Bridges. Wide open. 3-pointer on the right side is good.
Rising and surprising.
Mikal Bridges money that time. Here's the Spurs the other way. Here's Wembanyama. Being guarded by Robinson. Takes a 28-footer. No good. Rebound Josh Hart. Knicks the other way. Into the front court. Here's Brunson. 3-point line extended on the right wing. Working on Champagnie. Driving left. Picks up his dribble. Elbow jumper is good.
Wheeling and dealing.
Jalen Brunson. That time with the jumper. He has 20 on 8 of 15 shooting. Here's the Spurs. Vassell. Inside. Sidestep. Euro is no good. Air ball recovered by Wemby. And will get a foul. And it'll go against the Knicks. As Anunoby picks up his third. As he was looking to box out Wembanyama that time. And man, they give this kid a whole bunch of calls. It's unfathomable the type of calls he gets in these games. He needs to get some strength in his legs and man up, as Anunoby moved him out of the way that time. Back to live action. Here's the Spurs off the inbound. Harper penetrating inside the lane with the left hand layup is good. Spurs out front 55-46. As the intensity is starting to pick up. Here's Bridges looking to go to work. Kicks it to Anunoby. Pump fake three. Step back. And he's fouled, or he gets his shot blocked by Devin Vassell as he tried to dupe him and hoop him in the corner that time on the left wing to no avail, as Vassell recovered well that time and came up with the defensive stop with the block on Anunoby. Knicks will retain possession. Substitution into the game. Shamet checked back in, giving aerial hook Porty, who checked in moments ago but only had a brief stint, as he's replaced now by Shamet. Knicks to inbound. Here's Brunson. Drives inside. Flip shot off the glass is good.
Driving and thriving.
Jalen Brunson that time in the lane. Here comes the Spurs the other way. Here's Champagnie. Right wing three is long, no good. And Hart comes up with the rebound, looking to push. Gets inside, whips it over to Shamet. Gets it back, gives it to Brunson. Takes a straight on three-pointer, no good. Brunson crashes in for his own rebound, couldn't come up with it that time. Here's San Antonio. Coming the other way. Harper inside, couldn't get the layup to go that time. Rebound Anunoby. Looking to push, gets into the paint, bodies Castle, flip shot against two defenders, and he gets it to go.
Driving and thriving.
That time, Anunoby trims the deficit back to 5 as San Antonio wants to talk it over. As we take a look at the replay of Anunoby taking it strong to the basket. And he got fouled, but no call on the play. So Anunoby gets mugged, and he can't get a foul call. But if you breathe on Wembanyama, he's going to the line. When we return, after these messages, it'll be San Antonio with possession after the OG Anunoby layup. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Oh, that's Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Oh, that's Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockers, as we get back to live action. It's a 5-point ball game. Spurs out front 55-50. As we open the timeout with a Dylan Harper jumper on the right wing is good. Puts the Spurs back up 7. 57-50. Here's Brunson into the front court. Looking to go to work on Harper. A lot of contact, no foul. McBride driving baseline. Ball is moving and swinging. Back to Shamet. To Hart. Back to Shamet. Takes a deep 3. And it's no good. He's off that time. Rebound Wembanyama. Spurs in transition. Gets it inside to Wembanyama as he's playing tall inside the paint. Puts the Spurs back up 9. Here's Jalen Brunson into the front court. Stop. Pops. 27-footer from the center of the top of the 3 key is good. And he looks hurt on the play as he comes up limping. And Vassell comes up with a right wing 3 on the other end. And Brunson is furious, getting into the face of the referee as he wanted a flagrant foul on that play for the defender. Getting into his landing space, and he's heated. As we'll take a look at the replay here. As Wemby stuck that right foot underneath Brunson as he was landing on the 3-point attempt from the top of the key, which he nailed it. And he didn't get a call as he came up gimpy on that ankle, hobbling down the floor. And it led to a 3 by Vassell on the other end in transition. As Brunson took up umbrage to the no call. And got inside the referee's face. And Mike Brown calls a timeout. And we'll pick it up there in a moment. Well, be sure, Knickerbockers, to let me know how you feel about what's going on in this one. As the theme of the night once again appears to be the lack of foul calls. As Wembanyama once again gets all the calls. And the Knicks with a bunch of no calls. A lot of contact out on the perimeter. And nothing is being called. As we take a quick look at the team comparisons. Even though it's been quite even. New York has went to the line 7 times. San Antonio has been at the line 7 times as well. The difference, San Antonio made all of their free throws. The Knicks didn't. They're shooting 57.1% from the foul stripe as San Antonio is shooting 100. But just to the naked eye, it looks like a lopsided officiated game. But the Knicks should expect that coming into the home turf of San Antonio. as they have to battle through it and work through it and work themselves back into this one. All right, Knickerbockerians, as we take a look at the replay, the Jalen Brunson top of the key three, we twisted that left ankle a little bit, but he seems to be okay as we get back to live action. Knicks will have the possession, and we'll get a whistle on this play. As out of the timeout, Mike Brown challenged the play. And it led to a Victor Wembanyama flagrant foul. Back to live action. Here's Brunson working on Fox on the elbow area. Kicks it out to Bridges. And he falls to the ground, and we'll have a tie-up with 2 seconds to go on the shot clock as Bridges gets up off the floor looking for a foul as he claims Harper hit him in the face on that possession. And taking a look at the replay there, Scott Foster missed that one as he got a finger to the eye. Instead, Dylan Harper tied him up when they were on the ground, and now we have a jump ball. Foul line area with Scott Foster on the toss. It's Harper, it's Bridges, and the tip is won by Bridges, and he gets it over to Shamet, who couldn't get the jumper to go as the shot clock expired. But he did manage to get the shot off, just couldn't get it to go that time. Here's the Spurs. Wembanyama over to De'Aaron Fox. Penetrating, kicks it out to Harper. For a right wing three is good. It's a 65-53 San Antonio lead with 4:20 remaining in the third. Here's Brunson dancing, prancing, looking to get inside, swarmed by 2 players, and he's tied up as Dylan Harper managed to get a hand on the ball that time. And it'll be a jump ball between Jalen Brunson and Dylan Harper as Brunson drove it down the right side with the right hand into a crowd and got the ball tied up between him and Dylan Harper. And here's the jump. Scott Foster on the toss at the free throw line area. And Harper wins it, but he taps it right to Mitchell Robinson. And Brunson has it. Looking to go to work. 4 seconds remaining. Elbow, spin, turn around, jumper, rattles around the rim. No good. Battle for the loose ball. Rebound by Mitchell Robinson. Keeps it alive, and he's fouled as he was battling amongst 3 Spurs that time on that play. And Mitchell Robinson, Mr. I Am the Boards, comes away with another offensive rebound to give the Knicks another opportunity to maintain the possession. Battling with Wembanyama that time. And inbound to Brunson, being defended and hawked by Harper, who sends Brunson barreling to the floor. And let's see if the referees will take a look at this one. as he got the DHO from Mitchell Robinson and just got bumped by Harper, who gave him a little hip check and sending him flying to the ground out of bounds. Knicks will have the possession. Brunson inbound. Your 5, Brunson, Bridges, Clarkson into the game, Mitchell Robinson and Anunoby. Here's Anunoby, and he draws a foul on Keldon Johnson, being a little too aggressive on that play, as the refs here late in the third looking to rein in the physicality of this one. And we'll have another substitution, as Josh Hart will check back into the game, replacing Mitchell Robinson. Your 5 on the floor will be Brunson, Bridges, Josh Hart, Jordan Clarkson, and Anunoby, as Brunson will inbound. Gets it right back. Sees a double. Gets it to Bridges. Finds a cut in Hart down the lane. Flips it over to Clarkson, who tried to whip a pass over to Anunoby, and it's stolen by Wembanyama. He gets it back. Anunoby ends it up with it with a shot at the basket just as the shot clock expired. No good. Rebound Spurs as they come back the other way. And Dylan Harper takes it strong to the basket, and he draws a foul. And this time it'll be against Josh Hart, as a wild sequence that time ends up with San Antonio going to the line. As we take a look at the replay, and Josh Hart clearly got Dylan Harper on the wrist that time, as he met him at the summit. And Dylan Harper will go to the line to shoot a pair. Spurs up 65-53. Under 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. First shot attempt is up, and it's no good. As Dylan Harper gets ready to take his second attempt from the free throw line. Shot is up and good. San Antonio, who's been pretty much up this whole game by double digits. But as we know, double-digit leads means nothing to the Knicks. Here's Anunoby. Pulls up for 3 on the right wing, is up, no good. Here's Castle. Over to Harper, looking to penetrate on Brunson. Gets inside, flip shot, no good. Gets his own rebound. Put back up strong is good. San Antonio on a 9-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 25 seconds. And here's New York into the front court. And we'll get a foul as Brunson sold the contact that time. Put Brunson at the line for 2, as Dylan Harper was a little too aggressive. Brunson, the leading scorer for the Knicks, he has 25 points, looking to capitalize here at the free throw line. First shot is up and it's good. If you're just tuning in, folks, you found Knicks on the Call, the #1 place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play. With me, your host, Severe Elder. You're rocking steady with Game 5 of the NBA Finals. It's New York with a 3-1 series lead, looking to capture their first championship in over 53 years on the road. As Brunson knocks down the second. Here's Castle into the front court, looking to go to work on Josh Hart, and we'll get a stoppage in play. This time it'll be off the ball activity, and the foul will go against OG Anunoby. And that'll be Anunoby's fourth and Towns' fourth, as Towns has been regulated to the bench most of the third quarter due to his foul woes. Mike Brown having to share and split minutes between McBride, Clarkson, and even Ariel Hukporti. Saw some action as he checks back into the game, replacing Anunoby, who just picked up his fourth foul. As Keldon Johnson looking to complete a pair of free throws. Second attempt is short, no good. Spurs come away with the rebound. Here's Castle over to Johnson. Pump fake, drives, tries a lob into Cornette, and it is blocked by Ariel Hukporti. Knicks coming the other way. Gets it to Clarkson. In the corner for a left wing three, no good. And San Antonio will come away with the rebound, leading 69-55 with 2:25 to go in the third. Here's Castle on the drive, and he'll draw a foul. And this time it'll be against Ariel Hukporti. As we take a look at the replay, Keldon Johnson tried to throw a lob alley-oop play to Luke Cornette, and Ariel Hukporti says, "I will have none of that." Came off the weak side and blocked that alley-oop attempt. Back to live action. Castle at the line, shooting his first free throw, is up and is no good. And San Antonio will make substitutions. Brief rest for Harper and Wembanyama as they check back into the game, replacing Cornette and Keldon Johnson. An unusual 5 for New York on the floor, as Castle gets ready to take his second free throw. On the floor for New York is Brunson, McBride, Clarkson, Ariel Hukporti, and Josh Hart in a peculiar lineup. As Castle knocks down the second, here's Brunson into the front court. Whips a pass over to Josh Hart, back to Brunson. Back to Josh Hart, three-point line extended, looking to drive, drops it off to Hukporti. Back to Hart, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hart got to get it up. He does, and he knocks down the left wing three.
Rising and surprising.
Josh Hart has 9 points and 7 rebounds in this one. Here's Champagnie on the other end. Right wing three, back iron, no good. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Wembanyama comes up with it, try to save it from going out of bounds, and is picked off by Brunson. Back the other way. Crossover inside the lane, basket is no good. He draws air. Ariel Hukporti with the rebound. Gets it to McBride, who gets it to Clarkson, who drives inside, and he gets his shot blocked from behind by Dylan Harper. As the ball goes out of bounds, New York will retain possession, as San Antonio is doing their best to hold on to this lead, trying not to let the comeback kids back in this one, as they try not to relive the actions of Game 4. Here's Brunson on the left wing, takes a three-point shot, and he's fouled by Dylan Harper. And that'll send Jalen Brunson to the line to shoot three. Give him 27 points, 10 of 20 from the field, 4-7 from behind the arc, as he baits Dylan Harper into that foul. First attempt is up, and it's good. Will the Knicks mount another comeback? Down in this one by 11 as Brunson looks to close the gap, cuts it to 10 with that free throw there. Can he get it to 9? 70-60. San Antonio leads. Minute 26 remaining in the third. As Karl Anthony Towns has been regulated to the bench due to foul woes. And the free throw attempt is up. And Brunson gets all three to go. It's a 9-point game. Give Brunson 30, 14 this quarter. Here's Fox inside the lane. Teardrop floater is good. Keep San Antonio out front 72-61. Here's Jalen Brunson into the front court. Over to McBride. Right wing three is up, no good. As McBride can't get anything to fall. Here's Harper. Looking to go to work on Clarkson. Almost turns the ball over. Ends up in Fox hands. Back to Harper. Takes a three-point attempt, is short. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Robinson comes away with it.
Bounding and astounding.
Here's Brunson in the front court. Clarkson has it. Flip shot inside the lane is good. As Jordan Clarkson gets the teardrop floater to go. 72-63, San Antonio lead. Here's Harper. Whips it over to Fox, wide open in the corner. Three-point attempt, back iron is no good. Rebound Robinson. 2-second difference between shot clock to game clock. 20 seconds to play in the third. Brunson looking to go to work on Vassell. Half-court line extended. 2-second different shot clock to game clock. Gets inside. Stop, pops, fade away, no good. But the tip in by Mitchell Robinson on the offensive board is good. And Wemby takes a half-court heave to close the third quarter, and it's no good as he draws air. And at the end of three, it's 72-65 San Antonio in front of the Knicks. It's game 5. It's the NBA Finals. And we'll pick it up with the fourth quarter after this break. Keep it here, folks. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company. You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockerins. Thank you for tuning in to Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. We're calling every Knicks game, every play, all the action, every clutch moment and everything in between. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Costs you nothing to subscribe to the channel. Your support helps keep this broadcast on air. Be sure to follow me on the socials. Instagram at Knicksonthecall, where you can recap some of my infamous calls along with the game footage. As we get back to live action, Knicks will open the fourth. Here's Karl Anthony Towns. Gets it to Alvarado. Ball is hopping and moving. Back to Alvarado. Gets inside. Gets it to Clarkson. Has to get a shot up. 1 second on the clock. It just hits the rim. And Josh Hart comes away with the big-time offensive rebound as Clarkson couldn't get that one to fall. Ball ends up in Karl Anthony Towns' hands, who's checked back into the game. And a miscommunication that time between him and Jordan Clarkson. And it'll be a Knick turnover as Karl Anthony Towns threw the ball out of bounds. And on the ensuing play, we'll have a stoppage in play as Alvarado, a little too aggressive that time in the backcourt, picks up a foul. Spurs will have it side out. Here's Castle. Gets into the paint. Kicks it out. Keldon Johnson. Three-point attempt is up and good. Puts the Spurs back up by 10. 75-65. Here's Alvarado. Gets inside. Collapses the D. Kicks the ball out. Ends up with Josh Hart. Taking a left wing three. A right wing three is good.
Rising and surprising.
Josh Hart gets that one to go. Here's the Spurs back the other way. Vassell with a 26-footer, no good. Spurs with the rebound. Back to Vassell. Drops it off the Wemby, who tomahawks it. Driving down the left side of the baseline. And he gets that one to go. As Karl Anthony Towns didn't want to contest and end up on a poster. Back the other way. Here's Bridges over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart, three-point line extended. Too much dribbling. 1 second on the clock. Turnover as the Knicks can't get a shot off, and it's a shot clock violation. As Mike Brown has some choice words for Scott Foster, as he didn't like what he saw in that play, which looked like a reach-in foul. As we take a look at the replay of Wemby with the two-hand double pump clutch, ends up with the one-handed finish. Back to live action. New York trails 68-77. Here's Vassell over to Castle. Three-point line extended, top of the key, looking to work on Shamet. Driving on the left side, throws up an alley-oop to Wembanyama, who couldn't convert, and Karl Anthony Towns comes up with the rebound. Here's Josh Hart into the front court. Gets it over to Karl Anthony Towns, who penetrates, kicks it over to Alvarado, swing pass back out to Hart, works it over to Bridges. Bridges, DHO to Shamet, pulls up from three, and he knocks it down.
Rising and surprising.
Landry Shamet off the DHO from Mikal Bridges. Here's the Spurs the other way. Castle being guarded by Shamet. Kicks it over to Vassell. Deep three is up and good. Keeps the Spurs up 80-71. 9 minutes remaining. Here's Alvarado looking to get inside. Flip shot off the basket. Off the banker is no good. Contested well by Wemby. Spurs in transition. Gets it inside. Is Castle. And he'll draw a foul. As the Knicks got back in transition to defend that play. to no avail as they'll send Castle to the line. And he's at the line looking to shoot a pair. And we'll get a timeout. And I believe Mike Brown may want to challenge this one. Either way, we'll have the results after this break. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats.
Back to live action as New York challenged that play. The Castle attempt at the shot inside the paint, but the challenge by New York was unsuccessful. And Castle will remain at the free throw line looking to shoot a pair, with San Antonio out front 80-71 with 8:51 remaining in the fourth quarter. And Castle, first attempt is no good. And he's shooting 82% in these playoffs from the free throw line, but he couldn't get that one to go. Second attempt is underway. Gets the shot up, and he gets it to go. puts San Antonio back up 10. Here's Brunson. Gets it into the front court, being defended tightly by Castle. On the left wing, half-court line extended. Rips it over to Shaman. Shaman takes contact, drives inside, and he gets the layup to go. But he looked like he might have tweaked something on that play, as he's not back in the play on the defensive possession, as Dylan Harper takes it strong into the basket, as San Antonio had a 5-4 advantage that time. As Shaman Lee appears to be hobbled a little bit. Here's New York into the front court. Towns with it. Probing. Drops it off to Brunson. Whips it to Shaman. Takes a three. Can't get it to go that time. Knicks still down 10. Here's Harper into the front court. And we'll have a whistle on the play, as Mike Brown takes it, as they took a foul, possibly to get Shamet looked at. As we take a look at that replay, as he came down on that layup attempt and kind of slipped on the floor a little bit, and he'll head back to the locker room. Possible hamstring. Here we go, back to live action. San Antonio can't get that one to go as Champagny drived inside. Here's Brunson back into the front court, and he dupes Stephon Castle, baited him into a foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot three. That'll be Castle's fourth, as Brunson got him up in the air and got him to commit a foul just as he was getting ready to put up a three-point shot. Give Brunson 30, shooting 6 of 7 from the free throw line. First attempt is up, and the ball is off the side of the rim and no good. It's 83-73 San Antonio. Up 10. Will the comeback kids do it again? Brunson on his second attempt is up, and it's good. Be sure, Knickerbockerians, to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're rocking steady with Knicks on the Call, be sure to follow the channel, as Brunson takes his third attempt, and it's good as he gets 2 out of 3 to go. Here's Castle into the front court, looking to work on Josh Hart, driving down the left side, kicks it out to Champagny. Inside to Wembanyama, working on Towns at the elbow area on the left side. Fadeaway jumper over Towns is no good. Rebound, Anunoby. Here's Brunson back the other way, looking to penetrate down the lane. Left hand drive is good.
Driving and thriving.
That time, Jalen Brunson, and Mitch Johnson doesn't like what he sees on that play, and he'll take a timeout as the Knicks are starting to put on the rally caps, looking to battle back again in this one. Down 77-83. We'll pick it up on the other side of this break. It's Knicks on the Call.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
When you want to hear live, New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with
People.
Oh, that's Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with
People.
Oh, that's Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockers, if you're just joining in, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. Tap in with me. Leave your comments below or in the chat. Let me know how you feel about this one. Knicks been trailing all game. They're down 83-77 to the San Antonio Spurs, who came out like gangbusters and jumped on New York early. But the Knicks have found no lead insurmountable as they look to work their way back into this one. As we get back to live action, here's Castle looking to work on Josh Hart. Gets into the lane, contested well that time. Ball batted around, and New York will have possession as they get Wembanyama for the foul. It'll be Knick possession as him and Karl Anthony Towns were battling it out that time for the rebound. Knicks will have it side out in front of their bench. Spurs with the full court press. Here's Jalen Brunson. Gets it across the timeline, looking to work on Harper. Gets Wemby on the switch. On the left side, three-point line extended. Between the leg dribble, gets inside, bodies Wemby. Flips it up with the right hand. Is good!
Driving and thriving, wheeling and dealing.
That time, Jalen Brunson. Give him 36 points on 12 of 23 shooting. 79-83. Spurs ahead. Here's Champagnie. Almost turns it over, and he does turn it over as players are on the floor, and Brunson hits the floor and comes up with the loose ball. Here the Knicks into the front court. Brunson looking to go to work on Harper. It's a screen from Towns, whips it over to Hart. Back to Brunson, over to Towns. Towns puts it down on the floor. Step back, right wing three. Sub back iron, no good. Rebound Wembanyama. Here's the Aaron Fox. Looking to go to work on Anunoby. Knicks down 4. 5:33 remaining in the fourth. Gets it to Wembanyama, who gets charged for the offensive foul. Running into Josh Hart. That time was Wembanyama. As the Knicks are tightening up their defense. As Hart comes on the weak side trying to trail Harper. And he gets shoulder checked by Wembanyama. And he doesn't get away with it that time. As he's whistled for a foul. And Mitch Johnson wants to have a word with his squad as the Knicks will have the possession when we return after the San Antonio timeout. Knickerbockers, if you're rocking steady with Knicks on the Call and you enjoy listening to this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This program is brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, streaming live to YouTube and Twitch TV. We're calling Knicks games live. Every possession, every play, every run, and everything in between. So keep it locked in. Let me know how you feel about this one, Knickerbockers. As the Spurs, Mitch Johnson challenged that play that sent us to a timeout with the official review. Here's Scott Foster with the call. And they'll call the foul on Karl Anthony Towns. Wow! An approximate foul assessed to Karl Anthony Towns after the review, and that will give him 5. As they're doing everything in their power to make sure the Knicks can't come away with this one. As Karl Anthony Towns will be regulated to the bench, being replaced by Mitchell Robinson. And the Knicks down by 4 as San Antonio will have it side out. Here's Wembanyama looking to go to work on Mitchell Robinson. Kicks it over to Fox. Fox in a hurry. Curls. Gets inside with a jumper. No good. Rebound Knicks. Here's Brunson in transition. Looking to put pressure on the basket. And he takes it inside and he draws a foul as he took it right into the chest of Julian Champagnie. And that'll send Brunson to the line for a pair, as Wemby wants to huddle it up with his gang and go over the strategy so they won't have another letdown meltdown like they did in Game 4. 5:18 remaining in the fourth. Brunson is at the line for 2. First shot is up and good. Trims the deficit to 3 as the comeback kids are once again on the march. Brunson shooting 84% in these playoffs from the charity stripe. 9-11 from the line tonight, looking to capitalize on the second. And he does. Brings New York back within 2. Knicks need a stop. Here's Fox. And Robinson gets into the passing lane and the ball is deflected out of bounds as he was claiming it went off of Luke Cornett. But the refs will award it to San Antonio and they will inbound. Here's De'Aaron Fox. Gets a switch on to Mikal Bridges. Looking to go to work. Stop, pop, jumper short, no good. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Robinson almost has it, but Anunoby comes away with it. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson looking to penetrate. Gets inside. Left hand layup is good.
Driving and thriving.
That time was Jalen Brunson. Ties the game at 83. Knicks on a 10-0 run in the last 3 minutes and 48 seconds of this one. Here we go again. Here's Harper. Pull-up jumper. No good. Ball batted out. And Knicks come away with the rebound and they'll call a foul. Oh my goodness. As Scott Foster is doing his best to make sure San Antonio gets the benefit of the whistle. as we take a look at the replay of Jalen Brunson driving inside. Warded off Cornette with his eyes in the fake pass to the corner to open up the lane for the left-hand layup. Back to live action. Spurs have it. Being guarded tightly. Here's Fox. Ball swings, ends up to Vassell. Takes a mid-range jumper and he splashes it. 85-83 San Antonio. 4:07 remaining in the fourth. Here's Brunson on the floor with Hart, Bridges, Robinson, and Anunoby. Towns on the bench with foul woes. Brunson backing Harper down in the paint, spin around, fadeaway jumper, no good. And the Spurs couldn't corral it as Vassell tried to haul it in, but had his foot on the baseline. And the Knicks will maintain possession. They'll have it side out underneath their own basket. Brunson the inbound. Hits it to Josh Hart in the corner. Whips it out to Mitchell Robinson. DHO to Brunson. Harper guarding him tightly. Hits it over to Bridges. Brunson, 3 seconds on the shot. He has to go quick. Step back. Gets Vassell into the air. And he draws a foul with 0.7 seconds on the shot clock. Bates Devin Vassell into a foul as he got him off his feet and took a three-point basket shot that almost went in. But he'll go to the line to shoot three as the Knicks look to take the lead. And Brunson knocks down the first. 84-85. 3:40 remaining in the fourth. As we get down into the trenches, it's clutch time. It's Jalen Brunson time. Looking to capitalize on the rest of these 2 free throws. And he gets the second to drop and ties the ball game at 85. Brunson, 12 of 14 from the line, give him 42 points. If he cashes this one, it'll give him a 1-point lead, and he knocks it down. Knicks lead, 86-85. First lead since being down 5-4. And here's Harper, looking to work on Josh Hart. 5 on the floor. Hart, Robinson, Anunoby, Brunson, and Bridges. Here's Fox, jumper, up, no good, battle for the rebound. Robinson comes away with it.
Resounding rebounding.
Mitchell Robinson. And we'll get a foul as the Spurs look to deploy the Hacker Mitch. And they'll foul Mitchell Robinson and put him on the line as San Antonio takes a timeout. Remember, this program is brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, streaming live to YouTube and Twitch TV. It's Knicks on the Call. Be sure to hit that like button, Knickerbockerians, and subscribe to the channel. Your support goes a long way with keeping this broadcast on air. Feel free to send a gift through Twitch or a Cash App at Knicks on the Call. Your support is greatly appreciated. And be sure to follow me on Instagram at Knicks on the Call, where I recap all of the hot takes and hot moments of these precious finals between the Knicks and the Spurs, as the Knicks with an opportunity to close it out on the road and bring home a championship as we get back to live action. Knicks have it side out, and they'll call a foul as Brunson is called for an offensive foul on the push-off against Stephon Castle as he catches him with a flailing, inadvertent left hand. Here's the Spurs. Castle looking to penetrate. Hits inside, takes it strong to the basket. Nothing near. Rebound is saved from going out of bounds by Bridges. Brunson has it in the front court. 2:52 remaining. 86-85 Knicks lead. Brunson handling, gets it over to Towns. 7 seconds on the clock. They clear it out for him. Looking to go to work on Harper. Flip shot at the basket is no good, but the big time rebound by Josh Hart, but he couldn't get the putback to go. Here's the Spurs the other way. Harper inside, rejected by Mikal Bridges, but the Spurs get their own rebound. Ball ends up with Wembanyama. Kicks it over to Harper, driving on Anunoby. Flip shot at the basket with the right hand is no good. Towns with the rebound. Here's New York. Hart over to Towns. Finds Anunoby inside, looking to go for the two-handed stuff, and they'll count the basket as it's a goaltend on San Antonio, as Anunoby took it strong that time.
Huffing and stuffing.
Gets it to go as a Spurs defender put their hands through the basket, and that's a no-no. Here's the Spurs the other way. Wembanyama looking to work on Towns, and if he picks up the foul, that'll be his 6th. And Towns fouls out of the ball game. Wow. And all he did was stand his ground, but they got a pull and a tug on the jersey. And if that was the call, it was belated, as Towns fouls out of the game in 21 minutes of action with only 2 points to show for his work, as Wembanyama goes to the line looking to shoot a pair with the Knicks up 88-85 with 1:53 remaining in this one. And ball doesn't lie, as Wembanyama back irons the first attempt as he misses the free throw. Shooting 3 of 4 from the line in this one. Looking to take his second attempt. Takes a deep breath. Looks to gather himself. Flips the ball between his hands. Takes the shot and he nails it. 2-point game. 88-86 Knicks lead. Here's Jalen Brunson being guarded heavily by Castle. Half-court line extended. Looking to get a screen from OG. Gets the switch on to Vassell. Has to go to work. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Between the legs dribble. Handling. Driving. Step back. Fadeaway. Jumper is off. Rebound Mitchell Robinson. But it's to no avail, as it's a shot clock violation. As that shot attempt by Brunson didn't draw iron. And the Spurs will have it. 88-86. New York out front by 2. Here's Harper bringing it up across the timeline, looking to go to work on Bridges. Drives inside the paint. Spin around. Flip shot at the rim is up and good. Tie ball game. Here's Brunson bringing it up court, being guarded heavily by Castle. Gets by him, gets in the lane. Teardrop floater is good. Jalen Brunson puts the Knicks back up by 2, 90-88. Here's Fox. Gets it into Wemby. Wemby out to Fox. 3-point shot attempt. Back rims it, no good. Josh Hart with the rebound. Gets it over to Jalen Brunson. 45 seconds remaining to go in the fourth quarter. Knicks up by 2. 90-88. Brunson handling. 3-point line extended. Driving. Whips it out to Josh Hart. Wide open. Right wing 3 is no good. Battle for the loose ball. Rebound. Harper comes away with it. Spurs in transition. Takes it inside against Anunoby. Left hand layup is no good. His Hart comes away with the rebound.
Resounding rebounding.
Biggest rebound thus far. And Josh Hart gets fouled with the Knicks up 90-88 with 26.1 seconds remaining in the fourth. As we take a look at the replay of the Harper drive, taking it strong down the lane with the left hand against Anunoby to no avail. As the Knicks get back in transition and defended it well. Put Hart on the line looking to shoot a pair. First shot is up and it's good. Knicks up 91-88. Seconds away from closing it out on the road. As Josh Hart gets ready to take his second attempt. Shot is up. Back iron no good, but a rebound by Mitchell Robinson. Gets it out to Shaman, who gets it to Anunoby, who holds on to it. And he's fouled by Luke Cornett. As Mitchell Robinson comes up with the biggest offensive rebound in this one.
Pounding and astounding. Resounding rebounding.
Mitchell Robinson. And Anunoby will go to the line, and he knocks down the first. As the comeback kids have done it again and find themselves up 92-88. As Anunoby takes his second attempt, rims around the rim, no good. Spurs will get the rebound, and Vassell will call timeout as the Spurs trail by 4 with 26 seconds remaining. And we'll pick it up on the other side of this timeout. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockers, as we get down to the nitty-gritty of this one. Knicks out front 92-98 with 20 seconds remaining. They need a well-defended defensive stop right here. This will put an end to San Antonio if the Knicks can get a stop and secure the rebound. Castle to inbound. Whips it over to Wemby. Wemby, deep right wing three, 28-footer is no good, but Castle follows the missed shot with a dunk and brings the Spurs within 2, 92-90, with 16.3 seconds remaining. And the Spurs are not looking to fade out quietly into the night just yet, as they're showing a level of resilience and toughness as they get an offensive possession that only took about 3.9 seconds off of the game clock. But the Knicks are still out front 92-90. as we're locked into a tight one. How will it unfold? Time will tell. Will the Spurs prevail and survive this onslaught and force a game 6? Or will the Knicks close it out on the road and get their first championship since 1973? 53 years in the making. They can make history tonight. It all comes down to this. Seconds remaining in this one. As we get back to live action, New York will have possession. Josh Hart the inbound. On the floor with Landry Shamet. Brunson Anunoby and Mikal Bridges is your 5. 16.3 remaining. Josh Hart looking the inbound. Gets it into Brunson. They choose to defend the possession. Triple team Brunson at the half court line. Almost a turnover, but we'll get a foul call. And it'll go against the Spurs. As Bridges got fouled. As Brunson almost turns it over at the half court line. Being defended well by Harper, Vassell, and Wemby as he got triple teamed. But Mikal Bridges came away with the loose ball, and he's fouled at the line looking to shoot a pair. First attempt is up, rattles around the rim, and no good. 8.8 seconds remaining. 92-90, Knicks lead. And Mikal Bridges just opened the door for the Spurs to stay in the mix of this one. Second attempt is up and good. And San Antonio will take their final timeout with 8.8 seconds remaining. They'll get a chance to draw up a play. Let's see how they'll play this one out. They need a 3-point basket to tie the game. The Knicks have a timeout and the Spurs have none. No team has any challenges or foul to give. As the San Antonio crowd holds its breath, as everything is gonna come down to this one possession. They say defense wins championships, and the Knicks need the biggest stop of their basketball franchise history right now. Will they get it? A stop will in fact secure a New York victory and a championship. The first in over 53 years. And if they do it, on the road they'll be coronated Kings of New York when they get back to the Mecca. And here we go. Spurs will inbound. Castle on the floor with Harper, Vassell, Wemby, and Fox. For New York is Bridges, Hart, Anunoby, Jeremy Sohan, and Landry Shamet, who's back into the game. And it all comes down to this. Castle to inbound. Looking for Wemby. Gets it into Harper, being guarded well by Shamet, and Shamet gives a foul. And that'll put San Antonio on the line. As Mike Brown elected to take the foul to not give San Antonio an opportunity to get a three-point attempt. And it's 8.5 remaining as the Knicks coaches huddle over in front of the bench. Harper at the line. Free throw is up and it's no good as he misses the first attempt as the pressure is mounting against San Antonio. San Antonio may not have a choice but to miss this one on purpose and try to get something out of the mix or the scramble. And Harper, second attempt is up, it's no good. Rebound Anunoby, and he's fouled by Dylan Harper with 7.7 seconds remaining to go in the game. Anunoby can go to the line and put the Knicks up 5, which will be a 2-possession game, and I don't think San Antonio can recover. Time is not on their side. Crucial free throws here by OG Anunoby. First attempt is up, and it rims in and out, no good. As that keeps San Antonio's hope alive. Substitutions into the game. Offense for defense. Anunoby looking to gather himself and recompose himself as he takes the second attempt. Shot is up and he gets it to go. It's a 2-possession game. 5 seconds remaining. Here's Fox. Gets it over to Wemby. Deep left wing 3 is offside up, and that'll do it. Game clock is at 0, and it's a 94-90 win. Knicks win, Knicks win, Knicks win! And crown them the 2025-2026 NBA champions, the New York Knickerbockers! In an astounding finish. Wow! The comeback kids has done it again as Brunson, overjoyed with tears, as the Knicks have reached the ultimate goal. They climbed a mountain and they can plant their flag at the top of it as the playoff finals 2026 NBA champions! And the Knicks are coronated the kings of the NBA landscape and will win their first title since 1973. As all the Knicks alum in attendance is overjoyed as they get to put on the championship hats. They've done it in an incredible comeback victory over the San Antonio Spurs. And what joy amongst the players and their families as the tears come down the faces of the players as they're overjoyed with happiness and elation as they manage to do the impossible. And what a moment. What a time for our city as all the fellow Knickerbockerans in Knick Nation throughout the tri-state area, whether you're in Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens or Manhattan or Staten Island. You've witnessed it, folks. The New York Knicks are your NBA champions. And who would have thought we'd ever see the day that the Knicks will be coronated? Wow. Incredible. I'm a little bit at a loss for words as the joy and the emotions are pouring through all the players at this very moment as they get to celebrate. Pop your bottles because it's on tonight in a Saturday night victory. I'm sure the parties will be amazing. As they soak it all in, as they get ready to cordon off the court and present the trophies. They've done it. 2026 NBA champions, New York Knicks. You've heard it, folks. You can believe it. Put it in the books. And what an amazing ride. And what a historic journey it's been throughout this playoff run. As they displayed grittiness, toughness, and showed and put forth a relentless effort to get this task done. As it wasn't easy. As they made it look throughout the previous series where they were blowing out everybody. They had to get it out of the mud with this one. And it's incredible. And we'll recap all the statistics and how this one played out when we return. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Hit the music. Say what? I can't hear you. Come on. Say what? Hit the music. Say what? I can't hear you. Come on. Say what? Hit the music. Say what? I can't hear you. Come on. Say what? Hit the music. Say what? I can't hear you. Come on. Say what? Hit the music.
right, Knickerbockerians. We just witnessed NBA history. The New York Knicks are crowned victorious as their year 2026 NBA champions. And all the doubters who said that Jalen Brunson couldn't get it done, it was a surefire battle of David against Goliath, and the Lilliputian comes out on top as Brunson finished the game with 45 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, as he had a monstrous impact on this one. And I'm certain he'll be awarded your finals MVP. As Jalen Brunson, who's gotten it done throughout all levels of his career, whether it's in high school, college, and now on the biggest stage at the finals in the pros, has brought home the first championship in 53 years to the New York Knicks franchise, as he will be coronated as the best Knicks player in New York franchise history. And a game where Karl Anthony Towns was relegated to the bench due to foul woes, as he only finished with 2 points and 10 and still managed to grab 10 rebounds and had an assist, a block, and 3 steals. So even though Cat didn't get it done on the scoreboard and was embattled with foul trouble, he still managed to put a slight impact on the game. And Mitchell Robinson, who gave you 10 boards off the bench, who came up with monster offensive rebounds when the Knicks needed them the most. And Josh Hart chipped in, Mr. Swiss Army Knife, with 13 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 steals, as he fought and was diving on the floor and crashing the boards in true Josh Hart fashion, just to cause havoc throughout this game. And as the Knicks, who in all of these games got off to a poor start and couldn't get anything to go, no fluidity to the offense, managed to hang around and hang around and hang around to where they ultimately forged a comeback in displaying the effort to once again come back through what it could have been an insurmountable lead, given the circumstances and the atmosphere that most teams would find it challenging to come back from. But it's the comeback kids, led by the one, Captain Clutch, Big Body Brunson, who finished the game again with 45 points, managed to bring it home to secure the first championship in over 53 years. And it was incredible to watch. I hope you enjoyed listening to the game, whether you're tuning in on YouTube or Twitch TV. I want to thank you for your support in showing love to this broadcast. This broadcast was brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, as we stream live to YouTube and Twitch TV. But I'm going to go and I'm going to pop a few bottles and celebrate what I thought I'll never see in my lifetime, which is a New York Knicks victory. And if you're looking for post-game coverage, be sure to check out KFTV. It's going to be a fanfare-loaded affair at Nick Fan TV where Alex Tretoros and CP, the franchise, will have you covered. They'll probably be rocking 4 hours into the wee hours of the night on this one. But that'll do it for me, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me. I'm Severe Elder, and you've been rocking steady with Knicks on the Call.